Hello everyone, this is SlothnMoose again with another StarCraft 2 commentary. We got another subscriber replay for you today. Our buddy Mr. Jargon sent us another replay. His first replay is going to be in the top left corner for y'all to go watch. He's actually going to send us a series of replays. The first one, of course, was from when he was a bronze player. Now he's a silver player. He sent us another one. He'll probably send us more as he progresses in the game, and we'll just keep helping him through it and just watch him as he gets better. And Moose is going to come in and talk to us a little more and then tell us who he's playing against.
All right, well, if you have watched Mr. Jargon's last replay, you remember that, well, if you don't remember, I'll go ahead and recap what happened. Pretty much, he did very well. He pushed up into the expansion, and what he did was he did a great job with his Sentry's force fields and locking the reinforcements into the main base, not being able to let them save the natural. And so he ended up killing off the natural, but then overextended himself into the main base and got killed off. And the downfall to him was definitely him not reinforcing his army during the battle, which hotkeys are definitely the things that come in handy in that. You have to make sure you're doing reinforcements while you're doing the battle, even if it's just hotkeys, just flipping back, just even sacrificing just a second of micro. You have to reinforce your army, otherwise they're going to be able to march right back, or even be aware of when you're overextending your army. And so pretty much we're going to be watching to make sure Mr. Jargon does a better job of macro. He did really good last game we casted, but we're hoping to see a good job, big improvement with him. And hopefully he'll do better this game. Last game was a loss against Rain, if you're unaware of that. So definitely check out his game. And let's look forward to this game right here. This game is on, this map is on Lost Temple, and the players are Mr. Jargon over here on the right side of the map. He'll be spawning as a blue Protoss. And over here on the left side of the map we have Espinete.
Yeah, that'll work.
Espinete. Okay, and he'll be our red Terran, and he is doing pretty much a 2-racks build, building a racks over here in the back of the base, probably trying to hide it or whatever. And Jargon is doing a good job, trying to get as much of the scout as you can while there's a Marine chasing you.
We're gonna see if he can micro away from that Marine. It looks like he's going to be able to.
No getting out.
Oh, but he is trapped in. The only thing he can really do is try and hide that probe somewhere and use him later, but it does look like he's going to lose him. This Marine's just locked on him, so he can't get out, and we'll see. But the problem with this is, I mean, for low-level people, they have a tendency of focusing too much on their probe, and they'll slip on their macro, and they'll slip on their early builds and stuff. I used to do that a lot. And you see his minerals are getting a little high for early game, but he's probably doing all right. But
he is getting warp gate while he's doing this, so and now he's switched to rally point, which is a great idea. Oh, he's about to get cut off.
One hit point left. Oh,
okay, let's get back to the game now. Okay, so he is going for double gas. He is having cybernetics core, getting his sentry out first. Good job to prevent any kind of early Marine push. And I think what he did was he scouted that out and saw the 2-racks and was scared of a 2-racks push when he saw 3 Marines already out. So that was a good game sense, actually. I'm not sure if I would have actually picked that up, but he did, and that was excellent. So go ahead and get out in Sentry to be able to force field this ramp off to prevent any kind of early push, like I just said. So make sure you guys caught that.
Interested to see how he does against the completely 100% standard, probably 3-racks. We're probably going to see. Ooh. Oh, we actually are going to see a factory. So he might just be doing the 2-racks factory into siege tank. So it's Marine Marauder siege tank build. Interested to see how Jargon holds this off. I don't like playing against Terran, that turtle. What I would do in this situation is go mass baneling and break down that wall. That's just me as a Zerg player.
Yeah, Jargon, you should work on getting banelings as fast as you can.
Yeah, get banelings out of those gateways as quick as possible.
Definitely chrono boost those suckers out.
Yeah, so
doing a good job getting your probes. You're not getting more than, I haven't seen, of course I just now checked, I didn't see more than 3 on your queued up probes, so that's good. And definitely low-level people, what you want to do is you want to keep your probes down to 1 or 2, especially for low-level. Of course, pros are going to keep it down to 1 every time and be able to keep the macro up. It's a good job only getting 2 and definitely getting supply blocked. That stinks. But got to pile on up. He's prepared for it. Now he's going pretty much 3-gate into a robo build, which is a pretty good build. I like that build a whole lot. I either mix it up doing a 2-gate robo or a 3-gate robo, or 4-gate, but the robo is a very strong build, especially against Marine Marauder, and if you're aware that it's going on, and he is moving into 3-racks mode and getting a starport as well.
So a little bit overproducing coming from the Terran player. That's kind of, I mean, you can kind of do the Destiny Cloud Fist, 1-1-1 build, and then kind of transfer back into a 3 racks build off of one base, but it just wastes a lot of minerals if you can't really do anything with your starport in your factory. So
yeah, and he's spending a whole lot of money on these buildings, but he has no units really. I mean, he does, but he doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of minerals on that factory and that starport. And what are we seeing that tech lab go down on, Moose? I'm curious to know from the Terran player. Seeing the tech lab go down on the factory. So it does look like we're probably going to have siege tanks just because it's really standard. The starport, completely unnecessary in my opinion, unless he gets a medvac or two. Medvacs are so expensive, and to get siege tank, medvac, marine, marauder, it's just really hard to do.
In my opinion, I would say he needs to hold off on this engineering bay until he gets a bigger force of units out. He's only at 39 supply to 57 supply. I need to turn up the army tab so you can see it a little better. So he is definitely behind, and I would say he needs to get, here we go, more units coming out. But, I mean, this isn't many units pumping out, I would say. He is getting a medvac out, which costs 100 gas. It's very gas heavy. But he did get the tech. He's gotten so many add-ons and so many producing buildings that there's nothing coming out.
Yeah, that's the thing. You got the tech lab on the factory, but it's completely unnecessary because you can't do anything with it. His minerals are just going to be so low. I do like the fact that he's getting stim pack at this point, but what do we got going on for Jargon? We are supposed to focus on him a little bit.
Yeah, I saw a halt right there on the production, so he really needs to focus on macro. Maybe he just didn't have the minerals for it and he was waiting. But we need to switch to the production tab and see what he's getting. Right now he's getting an observer out, and he is going to a 3-gate into robo. Hopefully he might get a robotics bay out, but he is way behind on the gas right now to get robo bay.
I would advise him to.
I would see an expansion coming up here.
He might be expanding. Maybe he's off doing something right now. He's got a lot of minerals to expand, or he might warp in a few more sets of stalkers. We'll see. He's got a pretty heavy stalker army right now. He's got how many stalkers? He's got 9 stalkers with 4 sentries and 2 zealots, which is a pretty good army considering he's only up against 8 marauders and 9 marines right now.
This is a very gas heavy army right here that Mr. Jargon has. And trying to get a scan down here to see if there's an expansion, and of course there's nothing. And then hopefully Jargon puts an expansion as soon as that scan goes away. And the good thing about that scan right there is, I mean, he didn't really learn anything. And what he did was he wasted a scan that he could use a mule for. And looking at and he really does need that mule right now. 600 to 800.
He needs a
and
lot
now he puts up the Nexus right after the scan.
And we'll see if Mr. Jargon does a good job of transferring his workers, because he's oversaturated by probably 8 or 9 probes at his main. And
we're looking for a drop.
Yeah, we're going to see a drop play. And one thing we have.
Observer going to catch it.
Yeah, he is going to catch that, and hopefully he can.
And also Zalnaga Tower out there looking at it.
A lot of times people will just set their rally point on that observer, and it does look like
hidden expansion.
So all those production buildings are going to pay off if he can get a second up and running. That'll be about the right amount of production buildings for that. So we'll see what he can do. And bringing these medvacs, I hate drop play, but it does look like Jargon has picked up on that, and it's going to be just fine. Hopefully he can pick off at least one of those medvacs as they come in.
Oh, nice observer play over here.
Yeah, so if he can pick off one of those medvacs as they come in, it's going to be...
now he knows it's there.
Oh, wow. So we're going to see if he still tries to drop, even though this observer... Well, he can't really see the observer, I guess, so...
He's scanning
back there.
Let's see what he sees. He doesn't see any units. He's about to drop, and ran into a big group of stalkers. Oh, excellent job by Jargon right there, picking off the drop.
So, great job
just
right
complete
there.
waste of money by Ethpanet.
So, he's going to lose everything right there. At this point, Jargon, you should move in. You got.
Yes,
knowing
definitely.
the timings, you're only at 12 minutes. He just lost a lot of units.
87 over 39 supply. It's amazing.
So I would advise you to either move in or go ahead and get your second completely saturated. At this point, you're just so far ahead. I know you can't completely know that you're that far ahead on macro and everything.
Well, yeah, he
but
can.
Still. How? Oh yeah, he does have the observer. I forgot about that. I don't think he's scouted the hidden expansion yet though, but. We will see. I mean, I just don't think there's going to be much from the Terran player from now on out.
And especially right now, when you see that you have an expansion going up, you have an expansion up and running, and you have an observer out there seeing only on one base, Terran. And let's see what he can definitely see. He sees a siege tank and marauder. If he moves in just a little bit more, he'll see that there's nothing else besides that.
And he can snipe that siege tank without a problem with stalkers really quickly if he needs to. So
yeah, especially with the spot on the high ground.
Yeah. So he's looking pretty good right now. He's gonna go ahead and secure this, which was my second plan of action for him right there, was for him to secure that natural. I'd go ahead and drone up a little bit more. His macro is slipping quite a bit, and since you have pretty good saturation on that second, should probably throw down